everybody. It's been 1 week since my last video and now the snow has completely gone. So I've come out into the forest today because it's completely clear skies and I'm not really sure what I'm going to find elsewhere at the moment, but there is this river that runs through the forest that I'm in at the moment, so hopefully I can get a couple of images of some moving water. At least that's kind of my hopes for this one, but I'm not entirely sure, so I'm just gonna have to go around and find some interesting images. It's quite a messy forest at the moment. There is still a little bit of snow in some areas, just a few patches where it's a little bit dark and colder, so but otherwise most things are quite clear at the moment. I've just set up my tripod here on the side of this river, and at the moment the water is really rough, which is because of the meltdown of all the snow and everything, so that's a really good thing right now for photography because I'm able to capture that motion. So I'm going to be using the slow shutter speed for this. I'm not really aiming for the whole scene at the moment. I'm going to go a little bit more for an intimate shot and probably focus a little bit more on the rocks that are down in the water here. The whole scene isn't really that nice, so I think it's not going to work that well. I'd rather focus on something that just gives a little bit more character and you focus a little bit more on that movement of the water. So I'm just going to find a composition that works and focus on a rock that I think will stick out a little bit more for this. I'm going to shoot this at just under 1 second f/18 because I'm not using a filter right now, so I need to dial down the exposure to be able to use a longer shutter speed for this. I've got my ISO down at 160. I found this little interesting composition here. I've got this broken and old tree going into this ice block here, and the sun is just shining through at the moment and hitting one side of it. So it's creating this nice little warm glow on the one side, and then the opposite side of the ice it's really like cracked and hectic looking, and it gets this really interesting blue tone. So I'm getting like 2 different tones on each side of the tree in one shot. It just looks really interesting, and I think this could make quite an interesting image. So I'm going to shoot directly above it, and I think this could be pretty cool. It's just something different. I don't normally take these kind of images, but I think it will work out quite well. So I'm going to shoot this at 1/125th of a second, and I'm going to shoot it around f4. I don't need too much depth of this because obviously from shooting above, pretty much everything's going to be in focus anyway, and I've got my ISO at 320. But yeah, let's check this one out. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Just set my tripod up above the water here. The log going into the water here was quite a nice composition. I'm wanting to get this bit of lower ground in that's here as well. I just feel it's creating this really nice leading line with the image, and then you're getting the flow of the water going around the side of it as well. What I'm trying to do is just be able to focus on the ground that's going into the water and using a slow shutter speed to capture the movement of the water as well. I just think it looks pretty interesting. There's this nice bit of different tones of color. There's oranges, there's blues, and then you've got some light coming in from the background, creating a little bit of highlighting on the side. And I think it just looks really, really cool. I'm going to shoot this at 1.5 seconds at around f/22. I think this will work out quite nicely. It's a little bit different. It's definitely a composition worth taking. Yeah, let me just quickly try and take this shot and get the composition exactly how I want it to, and we can check it out. pretty basic video for me today, but I thought I would at least get out and see what I can capture, especially with most of the snow that's gone now, and with the nice weather, getting out was good enough. I haven't got the most amazing shots, but it was nice to be able to come out anyway. And hopefully within the next week or so, I'm going to be going up to a place called Dovrefjell, and I'm going to be shooting some muskox and hopefully some of the white fox that live there as well. And I'm hoping that I'm actually going to be meeting another YouTuber called Trond Vestby, so we'll just have to see what happens within the next coming week or so. But yeah, anyway, for now, I'll catch you guys later.